So looking at the review, number 2, find dy dx. So left-hand side's easy, right? dy dx. Right-hand side, what's the derivative of cosine? Negative sign. We did that derivative, so don't change the argument. Leave the inside alone, right? When you eat a blow pop, you eat them one layer at a time. But you do want to keep eating all the layers, so we're not done there. Now we need to chain rule that. And that's going to be kind of an ugly chain rule because we're going to have to product rule in order to do the chain rule. So f prime is 2x dx dx, so just 2x. G prime is dy dx. So f g prime x squared dy dx plus the other way around 2xy. And now we have an algebra situation on our hands.
Wait, so why are we doing dx? Oh,
yeah, so we switched from doing dt stuff, where if that was the case, then this would have been 2x dx dt. But we're doing dx, so we don't have to worry about it. Do you want me to do the algebra, or are you okay from here?
I'm okay. That's what I messed up on. I just didn't do the product rule for
Okay. Yeah, and it sounds even weird to say.
Yeah.
Got to do the chain rule, which means I got to do the product rule. But make sure it's in parentheses, and then you got an algebra mess on your hands because you got 2 dy dx's that you got to
You could leave that, right?
rearrange. No, because you haven't found dy dx yet. You haven't solved for dy dx.
I don't know, I did the algebra.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
We just read this.
So I think I'm going to have to distribute this sign because I can't. I'm going to have to distribute that sign.
The one like this hard on the
I mean, there's a few. There's not a lot that are this hard. Most of them are more straightforward. Let's see. So x squared dy dx negative sine of x squared y. I'm distributing this sign to both pieces now. Minus 2xy sine of x squared y. My face keeps getting in the way of these problems. Okay with that? I took both of these and put the negative sine of x squared y onto them. Still looking at those guys. So I think I'll move this over. So dy dx plus x squared dy dx sine of x squared y equals negative 2xy sine of x squared y. Still looking at those guys. Now we're like 2 steps away. We're almost there. What should I do? Factor out the dy dx. And that leaves 1 plus x squared sine of x squared y equals negative 2xy sine of x squared y. And then divide by all of that stuff. Algebra, algebra, algebra. And remember, from there, then we could find a slope and maybe write a tangent line. We could find horizontal tangent lines and vertical tangent lines and all that. Well, maybe not for this one. That would be kind of a pain. But when I say horizontal tangent line, what should your brain be thinking? Slope is 0. When I say vertical tangent line, what are you thinking? Slope is undefined. And what would make a derivative be undefined? If the bottom is 0. So, yeah, that'd be a pain for this one because there's too much stuff going on. But generally speaking, if the top is 0, it's a horizontal asymptote. If the bottom is 0, it's a vertical asymptote. Find, I guess we first have to understand what they're asking. Do you know what this means? A second derivative. So the inside one is find the first derivative and then do that again. Oh, it also helps that it just says it right there. Find the second derivative. So the first derivative of cosine is negative sine of 3x times 3. Don't forget the chain rule. And then the derivative of that, derivative of sine would be cosine. So the negative is still there, 3x. This 3 is still there. And there's a chain rule 3 that shows up. So that would be negative 9 cosine of 3x. And then at pi over 4, negative 9 cosine 3 pi over 4, which is a safe stop. Perfectly timed. All right, again, today's assignment is the odds on the review worksheet. Everything is posted in Schoology. I will be here tomorrow morning if you want to come by and ask questions. I'll make sure I'm here and we can ask questions then.